Welcome back to Whatever Garage. I'm Scott, your host. Whatever. This is going to be our video pre is before. Pre-snowstorm. It's Monday. I think we're supposed to get it either tomorrow or Wednesday. So we are going to get to work and see if we get snow during this video. Alright, now I've already I wired back up the alternator. I put it back on. I just wired it up, but I let the power arc out on the master. So I think I blew a fuse, and now she won't start. So now we need to get under there and look at fuses. Yay! That was a long intro. I usually do a short one, don't I? Let's get started. All right, the 79 we're going to start with first, okay? We have not been on this one for a while. All right, we got to reinstall the bracket for the alternator, and then this one will be ready to start. She should run just fine. You know what, before that, we should probably do oil pan gaskets. Valve cover gaskets, because I think those were new, but she was still leaking last time, unless it's leaking from somewhere I can't find. Either way, we got to figure this out. So we'll pop those off. We'll check head bolts to make sure they're all tight, because that's the only other thing I can think would be leaking. But if they were that damn loose, I wouldn't think she'd start. Let the adventure begin. Quick shifting gears while I'm charging my jump pack. We're over on the 79 and I had the wrong fan belt for the alternator. It was too long, so I got another one. It's just right. We've been through that story before. I don't know how I got them confused back and forth from hanging on the wall. But to get it to work, I got to take the valve cover off in order to get, there we go, in order to get this to go close enough. And this is a brand new valve cover, and you can see right here where she's been leaking out. Valve cover gasket, excuse me. It's a brand new valve cover gasket, and you can see right here where it's been leaking out. I'm almost thinking I just want to seal the whole damn thing up when I put it in. Put stuff on both sides so it won't leak out. Because that's where my mystery leak's been coming from. This back corner and the other back corner. See? Damn it. If it isn't one thing, it's another. Alright, let's lift this puppy up. Let's get our fan belt in the groove. Oh, how simple. I still had to put the rod in here, I know. But that'll come in a minute. Just for while we're doing this, let's put this back on. Keep the dirt out. We're not getting ready to start it or anything. Uh-oh. It doesn't matter if I have it on backwards or not. It still just doesn't fit past the intake there, or the alternator. What in the fudge over? She goes right there. Okay, not a problem. Once we get this cranked back, she'll be fine. Now we just have to get this back on here. She goes right there, I do believe. Okay, let's get piece of one. Oh, wunderbar, yeah. We will have to readjust this. This is just to get stuff started. All right, she's on. Yeah. Okay. Alternator's done. You know, here I thought it was me being the problem. you know how I was saying it leaked from the back of the motor, and I thought it was the valve cover gasket. He was like, well, maybe you just didn't tighten enough. No, I did. You tighten it too much and it'll warp it. Well, let me show you something. This is the top, just like it was in the motor, okay? It leaked from this side. As we come down, you can see space underneath there. And watch as I do this. She's not even. And she's bowed up a little in the front. How about them apples? It wasn't me. Unless I'm the one who cinched it down too tight. Alright, I have a set of chrome ones. These came with that motor and I took them off because I didn't like them. So I'm going to throw them back on. They've already got the cork ones on there. They're stuck on there already, so we'll go ahead and use them. What's the worst that can happen? Alright, this is the one from the other side, and you can just see where it was just leaking straight through. But this is a cork one. I haven't replaced this one yet. So I guess I was planning on it and never got around to it. Loverly. It's a damn thing I'm doing either, can you? How about now? There you go. Now, does this render this useless if I have to take it off again? Yes, yes it does. But what's better? Spending the money to get another one, or having to deal with a damn oil leak all the time? I think I just answered your question. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Which way's up? That's up. We're doing it right. Don't worry, folks. More than one way to skin a cat, right? That is a disgusting saying. I am not a cat person, but who in the hell would want to skin a cat? Alright, new valve cover. Valve covers are on with the new gaskets, or with their gaskets, but they were never used. Tell me what you think. I utterly hate chrome. So, yeah, there's that. That reminds me, if anybody has any parts, as in the upper part of the bird cage, I need corners, this part in that corner. I would prefer salvage because I know it's gonna fit over buying new. And the parts I've found so far cost almost as much as new, but I'd be willing to pay that if they were in decent shape, so long as shipping wasn't too much. But anywho, mine is a little holy, as is most of them. But I mean, she's got real bad holes in her. And since she's being a resto, I don't want to skip over some crap like this that you can easily hide. I don't want to do that. See, everything else is fine. And I already fixed the A-pillar. So yeah, if anybody knows anybody, let me know. Now, if you remember from the past, we do have a wiring issue with this car. When it's hooked up, the speedometer, well, not the speedometer, but the turn signal light comes on. Well, it was on yesterday. Now it's not. So I turn the key, and that comes on, which never came on before. So, yay, that's a plus. The clock does not work. None of my gauges work, I don't think. Oh, I'm sorry. That does work. Let's see. Is this one. Okay, so the high beam does not. Is this the one? I don't have the rod hooked up. That's what it is. The rod is not hooked up for the high beam because I have to take this back apart again, which I really don't want to do. So I will just not flash my lights at you. But I'm trying to see. I do not have dash lights, which I did have before. That's so weird. But she will not start. So let's get under here and check. Thought I was in another recording. Apparently I wasn't. All right, there we go. Excuse my old man grumps and groans, okay? Let's just see. In case you can't see, I'll let you know when the light does come on. Alright, we have power here on this side. Well, we did have, there we go. Nothing. 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 Power on both sides there. I can't remember which one is the power coming in. Anybody got anything on that? Okay, so that's that. I think now what we need to do. Did you just hear that? I heard that. That's the horn relay up there. Don't know if the horns were. Haven't even tried them. I don't even know if they're hooked up. I need to go get my diagram. Okay, I went and looked at the diagram, and this one is for gauges, I believe. Or is it this one? I'm not sure. We're going to pull them on and take a look at them. This is the one that did nothing for us, because you know why? It's blown. Look at that. Blown. See right there in the middle? Booyah! I told you I burned it up. Okay, let's look for some more. One next to it, I believe, had power. This one did not. Let's see if we can figure out how to get this one out. And it appears to be good. That one appears to be good. Oh, wrong. Wait a minute. No, that's wrong. That came from there. I don't know what that one is. Guess I should find out. This one, did it have power? Well, let's find out. Well, that one has power. No, that one has nothing. Let's see. Yeah, it's not just blown, it's melted. We'll get another one. How about that? Alright, that one was right there. Yeah, that's sad looking. How did I do that? Okay. Check this one. Looks good, but no, it's slightly melted. Alright, let's replace it. The 25 also. Why would they be melted? Now here's the big thing. This big one up here. Not that, this one. How do you test those? It's a solid. I have no idea how to test those. Oh, there's one right there. I think that one had life. Yeah, it has power on one end at least. Yeah, on both ends. But how do you check power on these? Alright, I've got the fuses here. The interesting thing is, only one of them's really blown, but two of them are melted. Let's take a look. This one's a 30 amp, and I think it's supposed to be a 20, but even still, it's blown right in the middle. That one was for taillights, and then you have this one, which is for wipers. Look how melted that is. But it looks like the fuse is still good, possibly. Possibly. Could be blown. And then this one is for air conditioning. The fuse still looks good, but it's melted and a little corroded. Could be an original left in here, but I think I would have removed that if it was like that, don't you think? I'd like to think I would have. Alright, so let me grab the replacements and we'll put them in here. right here. All right. And then that 25 I got from, I believe it was right here. And then the other one was from over here. There it is. All right, let's see what we get top side. Well, we still get that. We don't get that. We get that. We don't get any other lights, do we? I thought we used to. Alright, do we get ignition? No, we don't. Why don't we get ignition? Looks like we need to take apart the dash and just rewire everything. Okay, if you see this, there is light on in there. Just not all of them are on. We have, oh wait a minute, and there's light on in here now. You can see the glow. And up in here. So I just pulled on something and it came on. Lovely. It may have something to do with this light switch, because as you turn it, watch the lights. See, you go one way, they turn off, which that's what you would expect. But then you go the other way. All the way, and they turn off. Also, here they are on. Pull out the light switch. Oh no, now they stay on. Before they turned off. Okay, so we've got all that. We still have no ignition. We have a seatbelt sign. Oh, wait a minute. We do have an altimeter. A voltmeter. Looks like it says the battery's low. I charged that thing. Oh, you know what? It stayed on all night last night. I bet you I drained the battery a little bit. But not enough that it won't start. Gas gauge is not grounded correctly because it keeps going all the way full. Or it just is broken. One of the two. Oh my God. The clock is moving. It's never worked before. I've never seen it work. I don't think. Look at that, the clock works. I am so happy. I wonder if I turn the key off if it stops. Nope, keeps going. All right, let's keep watching it. All right, I got the lights to go off. It's still working. Shit, that's a win right there. All right, I have another question. I need help. What is this? Okay, you see it? Remember what I said about taking apart a car and then waiting 4 or 5 years to put it back together? Yeah, I don't remember what this is, but I think it was underneath the console on this side. Like, you know, down on the console itself, on the floor, underneath the console. So, if y'all can figure that out, let me know, please. Okay, I just went ahead and pulled this out because I have a new circuit board for the back here because it's broken up in here. It doesn't look all that messed up. I thought this was the one that was messed up. Maybe it's the other one. Huh. Alright, let's go take a look at this one anyway, just to make sure. Because yeah, the copper is separated up here. So, I've taken the speedometer out. And on the back, this is where the lights hook up. And all these do is screw in. See the little light? And it connects to this little copper thing that goes all the way around. Okay, that's how it distributes the power, and these little ends on here connect to that. That's what gives it power. Okay, now over time they can get messed up depending on how many times people have been in and out of this, and I have two spots that are bad. One here where the main plug goes in, and then one here. Well, I went to Jegs and they sell a replacement made in the USA. It looks like it's a direct fit. Let's see, it says OEM style instrument panel, printed circuit board, 1978 to 1982, Corvette for models with dash cluster. Don't they all have that? Alright, so what we'll do is we'll take these little lights out, because I need to replace those anyway with some LEDs. Because, you know, I like my LEDs. Because I need to see. 1970s lighting does not do well these days. Okay. Yep. I think the only ones that were LED were these right here. Then we need to look at this and see exactly how she comes off. Looks like it's just slid. Yeah, it's just slid into there. Here, you know what? Let me move this stuff out of the way. Let me show you. This was just tucked under there. It's got a little prong thing. Okay. And then that just goes in there. Like that. We'll get to this in a second. That's going to require more work. Another little prong thing there. Now, these I've definitely got these pinned down. I'm not exactly sure how they're in there or what they are. That goes to the back of RPM gauge. I don't know why I'm having such a problem today. Tachometer. Thank you. So let's see if these will just pop out. Well, it does lift up. I wouldn't say that it pops out. See, with my luck, this will go flinging across the room and I'll lose it like I did that other latch. Okay, no, we're good. Oh, it's just a clip that goes over that. Okay, no, we're good. Pull it up. Just enough to get under it. Didn't break them. It's a clip, see? And it's just pressed down over these metal rods that are on the back of the tachometer. They just need some assistance in popping off, but it doesn't do any damage to anything. Et voila. There's the old one. Already got the holes in there for those little studs, so it fits right there. Everything fits where it should. Okay. This gets tucked down here. And then these just get put right back in. Alright. Ta-da! Now we can proceed. Let me find the LED lights. These two are for the dummy lights. I say one's the brake light, one is the, it says brake, and I can't see what the other one is. But it's for something. How about that? So this one and something else. I want those in white, okay? Not in blue. So let's take a look at these. These are, it does say LED. Oh no, that's something different, sorry. This says made in China, that's all it says. It's not incandescent, those are LEDs also, but I don't like those kind. Let's try a different kind. I think these are not white. Look in here. Okay, these are LEDs. Obviously. But they're white. There's two different kinds. You have these. And where's the other one? And then you have these, which is awful damn similar to those. But I'm gonna try these. Okay, there are 4 of the white ones. All right. Now, let me put this back in there. These are the original clips. for turning these in, okay? Let's get this out. And it just plugs in, just like so. The only difference is you have to make sure you know which way you're plugging this stuff. Because the LEDs only work one direction. All right, push in and turn. Et voila, she's on there. Feels good too. All right, that's all of them. So let's put all these back in this bag. Make this battery done. Okay. First of all, I'm jumping the gun here. Need the cord. It's not very long. Or is it this one? It's this one. Okay. And to start off, she plugs in right in here. And I can tell you right off the bat, it must be working because we have a light. Now, oh, they're not all working yet, but I do see a blue hue around everything. There we go. All right, that one works. Up to the next one. There we go. I don't think the top is working. Let's see. Oh, she is now. You know, this is the important stuff. You know, who cares about the car running? Let's get the lights in the dash working first. So, those work. Clock still works. Let's just take a look. That bottom one works. Alright guys, it's been a couple days. We survived the massive snowstorm. I say that jokingly. We got 1 inch of snow. For the south, that's a snowstorm, okay? The kids are still stuck at home, and school starts 2 hours late tomorrow. As they put it, in an abundance of caution. I grew up in Germany as a kid. We went to school no matter what. But I understand it's the infrastructure. We don't own a snowplow around here in the South. Now, back to what I was going to talk about. When last we left, I just put in the LED lights, but the light switch was acting a little hinky. I went through my parts and found a brand new light switch. Came with the car. Her uncle apparently had bought several parts. I had gone through them before, but I couldn't find it. This one looks brand spanking new. Still has a little sticker on it. I say brand spanking new. New old stock. Is that the term? New old stock. So let's see what we can do about switching it out. And this says part number 1995215, 78 to 82 Corvette headlight switch, $59. That was 16 years ago that I got the car? 15 years ago? No. I'm sorry, today's my anniversary. I've been married 15 years. So yeah, I got the car about 16 years ago. So he must have had it for at least 20 years. Grand total, 20 years. So I'd hate to see how much that part costs now. Of course, that's probably one of those that is like cheaper now than it was then. Now, I do apologize because since it is still cold, it's in the 20s today, so I do have my propane heater on, so that's the hissing you hear in the background. If I attempt to mask the hissing of the heater in the background, it makes my voice sound weird. And in this video, you will be able to tell that. So I'm not sure which one you would prefer. You'd rather hear the hissing or the weird audio. So you let me know. In the meantime, we're going to do this. Oh, and my neighbor is trying to start his riding lawnmower, so occasionally you're going to hear an engine backfiring. Uh-oh, my clock stopped. Why did my clock stop? No! The battery's disconnected, dummy. Forgot I disconnected it, sorry. Oh yeah, we got lights. Okay, so it was a loose connection. Clock still doesn't work. Isn't that just a depressing thing? Oh, now it's working. Now it's working. Now it is working. And it's a connection thing, and it has to do with that. Damn, my hands are cold. It has to do with the circuit board in the back. I may have to get a new printed circuit board. Most ideal way to do this, but it works. Well, that just worked. There is a little button on the bottom of these that you push to release and to put on the cap, or the Alright, now push that button. I say that. And now it won't come out. Just grand. There we go. Alright, let's do the old one. Doesn't mean this is going to work. Not necessarily. Oh, here it is. Let's turn it up. Oh, pretty. Okay, it's still not perfect, but it does seem brighter. It still flashes a little bit, but it doesn't have that screeching that the old one had. Alright, we're going to go with this one, just because it's here. I'm going to let you know right now, I don't know if this camera is any good. I got up a minute ago and it was completely off, so I don't know how much I recorded the little session beforehand. Let me see. No, it is plugged in. It is plugged in. That part is irrelevant to that part. I don't know where that piece goes. Obviously goes somewhere on the steering column, but it's not the part that slides down to say that it's working. I do have a little switch, what do you call them? Dummy switch, so I can start the car from out there, but it melted together before, so it's always on. You can't just do the switch. I got to get another one. I don't know why this won't work by the key. It seemed to have last time. Oh, you know what? Because I'm a flippin' idiot. I remembered this. I'm an idiot. Watch this. What a moron. Now it'll run. Alright, now that we figured out that this car will start, let's figure out if she'll start. Alright, for starters, is she getting fuel? It does not look like it. Could withstand to be a little lower, but at least this way we can see into it. No, she'd be dry. Why? Fuel is hooked up. Let's run her over a few times to get some fuel up in there. I guess the bowls are empty. The fuel gauge, not the fuel gauge, the fuel filter to see if she fills up. I don't know why the bowls would be empty. Well, what do I know? Okay, she's got fuel in the fuel on the fuel filter. I definitely smell fuel now. Uh-oh. Under the impression the battery had died, and that's why she quit working. Well, I think we blew another fuse for some reason. So let's take a look. Alright. Oh, and the reason I say that is because I have no dash lights. But that fuse is good. Yeah. So what could be happening around here to be causing this? We have no power. There's nothing down here. How could we lose power? There's no return spring. All right, now we also need to see if this thing is getting power, because she's not doing shit. All right, we're gonna test the test lamp. Test the test lamp. We're gonna see if she's sparking. See if I can see. There is no spark coming from the distributor. All right, distributor's got power. I think we found the problem. This was not all the way up. Just like on the other car, this one had come loose. So, took a minute or two, but I think I may have found it. Get this to lock in. There, she's locked in. All right. And we got the tack. All right. And just to go to show, see that my test equipment's working. We're still going to test it with this. Feels like it's on. That's on. Can you see it? Can you see it now? Holy shit. Well, that was a little bit of troubleshooting. It turned out pretty good. Let's plug this back in, and hopefully she starts right back up. Come on. She sounded a little rough, but you know, you go down a cylinder and see how well you do, right? All right, ready? See if she does any better. Okay, I shut it off because something didn't sound right up here. Alright, trying to hurry up because the damn door's open and it is cold.
Do we have RPMs? No, we don't. Oh, she's rich. Rich as hell. Burning my eyeballs.
kidding. Look, my eyes are watering. She is rich as shit. All right, I want to see something real quick. I just want to see how far out this is. Half turn. Not even a full turn. Okay. So, ow. It's not even a full turn out. Almost a full turn out. And I don't know enough about the air fuel mixture to know how far she needs to be. I mean, obviously it's by case basis. But it's not like she's, you know, cranked out 3 or 4 times. So the big thing is she leaking oil? It's not pouring out unless any drops. All right, guys. At this point in time, I would say she's running. She's running really rich. My nose is running. My eyes were running. So we still got a little bit of work to do on her, but she starts right up. You know, when you know that there's a plug undone. So that's good. I think we fixed that. Looking underneath, there were no new oil leaks. She seems to be leak-free right now. So, what shall we do now? Well, both Corvettes still need the power valve rebuilt. So, looks like I gotta finally do that. I've been avoiding it. So if I didn't fix it right the first time, who says I'm gonna fix it right the second time? I'm being pessimistic. So I think we will start with the 81 Corvette and rebuild that one, and then put it back on so I can get her out of here, and we can get my wife's truck in here. Okay, and then we will start jumping back and forth between the 79 and the 56 truck. And other than replacing the top of that bird cage, the only other major thing I have to do on this one is the body mounts. And if anybody has changed body mounts on a C3 before, please give me some tips. I've seen some of the ways we're going to have to do it, and it's not pretty. All the bolts are stripped, and the cage, the locking cage that it sits in underneath, they're rusted off. So the bolts just spin. Alright, so we've got to figure out a way to lift. Well, we can't lift it yet. What we would have to do is cut the nut off. That's disgusting. I've got a plasma cutter I can do that with. So we'll cut the nut off. We need to be able to lift her up enough to get the bolt out, and that's the body, talking the body off the chassis. We need to be able to lift it up to get the bolt out, or to be able to get up underneath there to cut it. The only problem is with that cage thing broken, we're still in the same boat where we have to find out a way to weld a new one in. I'm guessing. I haven't done much research on it, so I'm just sort of talking out my yin-yang here. But anyway, another successful end to a video with another Corvette running. So I can't knock that. Come on, really? Can't knock it. So I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you learned something, or if anything, learned what not to do, or what else to look for. When something goes wrong, like the car not starting, you start with the most obvious. Is my battery dead? And just work your way up until you find something, and that's what we did. Took a little bit, but we found it. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Come back yourselves and watch more. We'll see what happens next time. Hopefully the weather will warm up a little bit. My hands are absolutely freezing right now, and I hate the cold. And it's supposed to be in the 20s the rest of this week. But we will still come out here and do a little bit just for you. Alright, this is Whatever Garage, out.